Peace and blessings, peace and blessings. It's MarcTheMessenger back on another video. This one's gonna be about monk mode. It's one of the most important things in your self-improvement journey. I have a list. I have 9, maybe 10 to go over. There's only 9 on the board. Number 1, the reason why monk mode is so important for it's not just for a man, for a woman, anyone who wants to get on their self-improvement journey, is because you get extreme focus. One thing I learned in life just recently, whatever you put your focus on is what's here to get you rewards as fast. Whatever you're putting your focus on, like for me, instantly, right? These last 2 months, I've been just focused on YouTube. That's all is in my mind. Okay, 2-3 videos a day. Now my channel is growing. Like I got 20,000 subscribers in a month. Okay, back then when I was making videos, and I was only getting like 1,000 subscribers a year, like almost damn near. Okay, I wasn't really getting the results. The minute I started putting extreme focus, I'm focused on one thing. Okay, so what monk mode will do is, like, let's say if you have like a career or business or anything that you want to become successful at, it gives you that extreme focus. All right, you're no longer focusing on women, which I'm gonna go over next up. Okay, and this is a thing that a lot of men, that's the reason why a lot of men in their 40s and their 50s are successful, because they're focused on what they want to be. They focus on making sure they have generational wealth for the next generation. A lot of us, when we were younger, our focus was on women. Our focus was on, does she text me back? Does she want to go on a date with me again? Does she like me? We're focused on the wrong things. So monk mode, if it reverses that, and now you start to focus on your purpose, which I'm gonna go over in a bit. So the best benefit on monk mode is the focus you get, because you're no longer consuming drugs. You're no longer consuming things that don't add no value into your life. That's not gonna take you to the next level. And you have that focus. This is the best benefit, bro. Like, no one really talks about this, but the focus on, I say you have 3 things you can focus on, right? Right now, for me, I'm focusing on YouTube. Of course, I'm focusing on God. That's always number 1. But outside of that, YouTube, I started focusing on the gym now too. And also I'm gonna probably start, my 3rd thing I'm gonna focus on is my diet. Okay, because I want to try to cut pretty soon for the summertime. So focus, that's number 1, guys. Number 2 would be to stop worshiping women. Okay, monk mode is no longer about women. It's no longer about chasing women. No going out on dates, dinner date, none of that, bro. It's just all about time alone. Okay, maybe now you don't have to be in like a monk. You don't have to be in the mountains or like that, but it's just pretty much isolation mode. Okay, and a lot of men in this world, they worship women. Their whole life is centered around a woman that's not even their girlfriend, a woman that's not even their wife. Like, it's just a waste of time. We waste so much time on things, and this is what they programmed us to do, okay? To be idolaters, to worship women, to bow down to them. Monk mode, you ain't doing that no more, okay? You ain't doing that no more, and you gain spiritual strength, which I'm gonna go over too. That's a bonus one I'm gonna put, superpowers. I'm gonna go over that one too. Superpowers. I'm gonna explain the superpowers you get on monk mode in a bit. So number 3 would be your purpose. Okay, if you don't know what your purpose is, go on monk mode for a little bit. Okay, I recommend every human being should get on monk mode for at least 6 months in their life. Just time to isolate, time to focus on what you want to do. Okay, focus, and then it gives you that benefit. So your purpose will come eventually, and if you don't know what it is yet, just continue to pray, continue to seek God's kingdom first and His righteousness, and all things will be added into you. And it's hard to know what your purpose is at a young age if you're doing things that are self-destructive. Okay, so stay on your self-improvement journey, and eventually you'll find it. Okay, number 4. Okay, this is important too. It's easy when you're on monk mode. It's easier to stay on nofap. It's easy to stay on semen retention. Why? Because you're no longer doing things that's feeding your flesh. Monk mode is a spiritual practice. Okay, you're building up your spirit. Remember, I tell you guys all the time. I'll leave a verse right here. When you are feeding your spirit is stronger. Now your spirit is fighting against your flesh. So it's fighting against the urges. It's fighting against those temptations. So it's easier. When I first got on semen retention, I was on monk mode for over 300 days. Okay, I didn't even know what monk mode was, but I knew that the type of lifestyle I was living was leading me to self-destruction. It wasn't leading me to self-improvement. So I got on monk mode, and I'm telling you guys, I was on semen retention for a monk mode over 300 days. Easy. I had that focus. All right, I was on my purpose. All right, nofap semen retention was a piece of cake. A lot of times, guys get on nofap or semen retention, they can't stay for a long period of time. It's because they don't got that focus, and they ain't on monk mode. Okay, they're feeding their flesh. The more you continue to feed your flesh, it's gonna be harder to stay on nofap, man. It's gonna be harder to give up the websites. all right? And that's one thing that we must be doing. That's a superpower. I'm gonna go over that in a little bit. The superpowers you gain on monk mode. I'll do the last one. Number 5. This is none of this is in order too, guys, but this is definitely in order. 4 to 5. So more discipline, more self-control. Okay, that's what you gain on monk mode. Remember, life is like a video game. Just like in a video game, there's like level 1, level 7, level 8. On monk mode, your discipline, your self-control is gonna level up too. You might be only on level 3 on self-control, but the more days you retain, the more as the days go forward, and you're retaining, all right, and you're staying on your purpose, you're staying on your grind, your self-control, your discipline is gonna level up. Remember, so just because you're not at a high level of self-control yet or discipline, it's okay. As long as you keep retaining, you'll get there eventually. Okay, so this is definitely a good benefit too. And like I said, self-control, that's a fruit of the spirit. Remember, I told you monk mode is spiritual. So you're leveling up your self-control, you're leveling up your discipline. That's why I tell you guys, every man should get on monk mode. I say for at least 6 months. I mean, go as long as you can, but go. Yeah, I say a year. All the times the guys we use on self-destruction path, just wasting time. Why not go a year on monk mode? See how it is. I'm telling you, monk mode changed my life. All right, changed my life, changed my mindset. No longer make excuses. Can no longer do it. I have to take accountability. And monk mode is that's what monk mode teaches you. Because when you're in isolation mode, the only one you got is yourself. At the end of the day, of course you got God on your side, but in the flesh with physical, you only got yourself. All right. So next one up is consistent. Because you are isolated, you have no other choice to be consistent in whatever you're trying to do. Being consistent on your purpose. I need to get a new pen. It's about to run out. Consistent being your focus, all right? You're just consistent. All right, so this is also an underrated benefit. You're just more consistent because you're no longer like, when you're on monk mode, there's no drugs, no alcohol, right? So there's no time to be getting high. There's no time to be wanting to get drunk. You're just consistent on whatever you're trying to do. So that's why it's very important, to understand that this monk mode stuff is the real deal, okay? And also too, you're not wasting money. You're not wasting energy and stuff like that. You're using your energy to build yourself up, okay? Number 7 will be more spiritual. I told you guys that when you're on monk mode, you're building up your spirit, okay? So as you're building up your spirit, you're becoming more spiritual. You're becoming more connected to the Most High, the God of Israel. And let me put that in. Connected. Okay. Sorry if you can't read it, but you're more connected to God. And this is the key. This is why monk mode, this is probably one of the best benefits too. You're becoming more spiritual. You're understanding spiritual things. You're waking up from the matrix. Okay, this is so, when I got on monk mode, guys, I woke up from the matrix. I understand, okay, this world isn't what I was told to believe, okay? And once you start to understand that, your whole perception changes. You're no longer living to please other people, okay? You're living to please yourself. All right, so you're more spiritual. You're more connected to God. You're praying a lot more. Okay, or you should be praying a lot more at least, okay? But you're building up your spirit, and the more spiritual you become, the stronger you become on monk mode, right? No fat, semen retention, a piece of cake. A piece of cake, all right? Number 8 is you're now doing the will of God. What does the Bible say about the will of God? It says that to abstain from fornication, that is the will of God. When you're on monk mode, there's no woman, there's no fornication, okay? So that is the will of God, okay? So this is also could be another major benefit as well too. So understanding that you are doing the will of God on monk mode, you're abstaining from fornication. And if you guys want to get married, just wait on God, be patient, stay on monk mode, focus on self-improvement, keep your mind busy, all right? Don't just have an idle mind. And yes, you got to put in the work. You got to put in the hard work. And that focus that you gain. And, once you tap into your purpose, once you're retaining your seed, you're not watching the websites no more. You're not playing with yourself no more. You're not worshiping women. You're not wasting your time. This is what a lot of men do, bro. Let me highlight this. Every time I go out, I always see just men worshiping women, okay? These people who do this, they ain't on their purpose. All right, putting women on a pedestal. Number 9 will be, this is kind of obvious, but you get an energy boost. That's why I made this last. Of course, you get an energy boost because you're no longer doing things that drain you. You're doing things that boost your energy. So that's why monk mode is also very key to help fixing your life, because your energy is going up. And when your energy's up, the quality of life goes better. Your testosterone goes up. You're more happy. You're more confident. That's why this is the key. This is another key benefit too, is your energy goes up. Now it won't go up day 1, day 2. The more you retain, the longer you're on your journey, the more you can reap the fruits of your labor. So in due time, the energy will boost. Okay. Number 10 is superpowers. Let me highlight this because it's kind of small. This is just like a bonus one I thought at the top of the head, but it's very true. On monk mode, you will gain superpowers. Now the superpowers isn't what like Goku, Super Saiyan, Dragon Ball Z, you know, like the anime type of style. I'm not talking about those type of superpowers, right? You're not gonna be able to fly like Neo in the Matrix, right? Superpower is more as like the spirit or lust, you will destroy that spirit. Okay. These certain demonic spirits that come your way, like a lot of men, when that spirit lust tempts them, he gives into the urge easily. He ain't even try to fight. On monk mode, when the spirit lust comes, the spirit lust right here, you knock it out. You knock it out. You're a warrior. You're spiritual strong. You are spiritually strong. You're more spiritually strong. I'll put that. You're more spiritually strong. Okay? You have the superpowers. You're no longer a simp. You know, a woman trying to use you, trying to play you, you're going to stand up for yourself. You're going to have masculine energy, which is lacking today. Okay. Another superpower you'll gain is self-love, man. A lot of dudes, they don't love themselves, and that's how they get used. That's how they get manipulated. You know, this is all, I'm telling you, man, superpowers is real, bro. It's real. A lot, and you start to see this is a real superpower because most men, they don't operate, guys. They don't operate in these type of traits. Most men, they don't. So monk mode, this is what we got to be teaching men, especially the younger generation, because a lot of us, we waste our time doing the wrong things, man. I'm not gonna lie, I used to be on this list. This used to be me, okay? I wasn't on my purpose. I wasn't on nofap or semen retention. I wasn't on that, okay? So if you haven't already, guys, make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. Let's go over a summary real quick. So extreme focus, #1 benefit. That's one thing I noticed, guys. Whatever you put your eyes on the prize, there's a saying that don't put your eggs all in one basket. And I kind of could agree with that. You want to be focused on one thing. Like pretty soon, or not pretty soon, but if it's God's will in my life, I want to write a book on self-improvement. But I'm not focused on that right now. I'm focused on building my YouTube channel. That's what I'm focused on, okay? So I'm just, extreme focus, 2-3 videos a day. Number 2 will be to stop worshiping women. On monk mode, there's no such thing as fornication. There's no such thing as going on dates, talking to women. There's no woman at all. On monk mode, there's no such thing as woman at all. Or if you're a woman, there's no such thing as man. You're focused on bettering your life. Okay, relationships, all that, it will come eventually. But now you got to build yourself up. Number 3 will be your purpose, self-explanatory. If you don't know what your purpose is, just continue to stay on monk mode, you'll find it. And pray. Remember, guys, seek God's kingdom first and his righteousness, and all things will be added to you. Ask yourself that. Have you been doing that? Okay, so number 4 would be to easier to stay on nofap, semen retention, because it builds your spirit up. Okay, and also more discipline, more self-control, which makes it easier to stay on nofap. You're consistent. You're more spiritual, more spiritually strong, and you're more connected to God because you're now living in the spirit. Okay, he who lives in the flesh shall die, but if you live in the spirit, you'll mortify your deeds and live. That's in Romans somewhere. Number 8 will be the will of God. I'll leave verses throughout this video too, guys. You're doing the will of God to abstain from fornication. Number 9, energy boost. Confidence goes up, testosterone goes up, everything goes up. You're a stock that keeps going up. Number 10 will be superpowers, spiritual superpowers. So that's it for this video, guys. Monk mode self-improvement. If you haven't already, check out this end screen right here. I'll put it somewhere right here. This is how to fix your life. Monk mode, one of the best things a man could be on. If you haven't already, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share this video on all platforms. I love you so much. I'm out. Peace. Oh, also, check out my Patreon too. I just uploaded a fire content video on there. Link in the description. I'm out. Peace.